When I was growing up, I played alto saxophone in the jazz band at school. And then around seventh grade, I started listening to like punk rock on the radio a lot more and really wanted to learn how to play those songs on guitar. Completely forgot how to read notation and just learned how to read tabs and lots of tabs. And that's kind of what started everything for me musically.
And I played saxophone as well for a really long time. And then until I got to high school, and it was either like be in the marching band or they didn't like have a jazz band. So I was like, oh, it's stupid. I don't want to be in the marching band. So then me and my friends started a Blink-182 cover band. And then that's, and my one friend was like, I want to play guitar. And my other friend's like, I want to play drums. Like, you play bass. And then that's literally like how I started playing music. Well, the first bass I ever got was a Squier P bass, and I knew nothing about like Fender or Squier or anything except the clovered tuning keys on it. And I remember I went to see Newfound Glory at this like tiny little club, and I was like, oh, the bass. And then I was like, started noticing like all these punk rock bands, like they're always playing the same thing. So I just remember like I went on like Musician's Friend or something, and I was like, the cheapest thing with those same tuning keys, like that's what I'm gonna buy. I just kept but buying better ones of that. I was like, oh, cool, I can get like a real Fender now.
I can't remember the first time I saw Fender because I feel like it was just once I got into music, like it was just like you knew that name and it was like you just knew it already. So I didn't remember the first time. But my first guitar was Fender Mexican Standard, black with a white pickguard, and it came in like one of those combo cardboard boxes that also had like a little frontline
like
amp
the
with
Strat
it.
Pack?
Yeah, kind of like yeah, it was pretty much a Strat Pack. My favorite guitars are Jazz Masters by far. Starting in high school, I really got into like Nels Cline of Wilco, Elvis Costello, and like the Sonic Youth guys, and they were always guitars like I knew about, but I never really played that much. And then I would just like start staring at them. Actually, I worked at a guitar shop in Chicago, and they were just always around. And every time I picked one up, I was like, this just feels correct to me. Like this feels like how it's supposed to feel. And now they're just my absolute favorites.
I always have like different instruments that I'm really like into, but I got really lucky on eBay and I got this awesome 1978 Fender Precision bass that's like totally was just kind of like thrown away, like someone was trying to get rid of it, and I got it for super cheap. And that's been like me and this instrument have this weird connection where like everything I play on it feels totally right, and the more I look at it, the more I realize like how messed up it is. Like I remember looking like the nut on it, it's like all cut wrong, like someone like changed parts out and the strings are all like the intonations all messed up, but like for some reason there's just like this sonic connection with me in this thing where it's so good.
Yeah, it is true. Like some instruments you pick up and like stuff comes out of you that doesn't come out on like a different guitar. And I don't know what it is, like if it's what went into making the guitar or if it's just like the wood or some weird spiritual thing happening, but it's just like it is absolutely true that like it's you know, you need to find the right one for you. When we get to the stage, because Jeff and I are so avid on like playing guitar as much as we can, we kind of reinterpret some of the parts and make them work for live guitar and bass.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on the record that are strictly played on synthesizers that I'm just like, no, there's no way, like, I need to, like, play this. Like, I can't just, like...
I grew up as a guitar player, but since playing this band, I've, like, really gone passionate about being a good keyboard player. But there's just still something to be said about playing guitar that just does not, you know, you can't do the same thing. So...
Need to shred.
Need to shred.